inspect the tire of a bus. Right now we're doing the front tire. 4 things are important, okay? But these 4 things are your suspension system, your brakes, your parts to the frame, and the actual tire itself, okay? So I'm going to do the suspension system first. Just get out of the way. Okay, so in the back here, you have a shock absorber. It goes up and down. The shock absorber, you want to tell the inspector, it's securely mounted to the frame of the bus. It's not leaking, because mechanics often grease that. The top of the shock absorber, again, is securely mounted to the frame of the bus by a U-bolt up here. The U-bolts have to be present and on tight. And same thing at the bottom, underneath here, another U-bolt. The second part to your suspension system is your coil springs. You have a couple here, 1, 2, 3, and another one up there. So with coil springs, you want to tell the inspector that they're not cracked, bent, or shifted in any way, because if they're shifted, your wheel alignment's going to be off and you can have all kind of problems. Top of the coil spring securely mounted to the frame of the bus by a U-bolt. The bottom, same thing. Securely mounted to the stabilizer arm. That's the end of your suspension system. We'll also go to your parts to your frame. This up here is your frame. Not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing or loose parts. Control arm, upper and lower. Securely mounted to the frame of the bus. No missing or loose parts. See right there. Actually, this is part of your steering here, okay? Inner and outer tie rod, inner and outer, okay? Securely mounted to the frame of the bus, and no missing or loose parts. In the back here, you can see part of your pitman arm right over here, okay? This tire on the driver's side is your steering tire. When we go to the other side, it's not a steering tire. It actually has an idle arm. This is your stabilizer bar, securely mounted to the frame of the bus, no missing or loose parts. Now we're going to go to your brakes. This is your brake line right here, securely mounted to the frame of the bus, not leaking. The clamps are in place here. Your brake line and your ABS line over here, same thing, okay? The brake goes into the back of the caliper over here. At this point, it's kind of nonsense to show the inspector behind, because you can also see the brakes from the front. So I'm going to come around front and do the brakes from the front. You want to tell the inspector is here. That's your shoes, okay? And on the inside is your pads. So you want to have more than a 1/4 inch thickness of padding left, and there cannot be any leaking or grease over here, and your shoes securely mounted to the tire, okay? This shiny thing here, that's called your rotor, okay? You don't want to have it bent, because again, your alignment will be off. So tell the inspector it's not bent and there's no grease around there. On the inside of this is your real oil hub seal, okay? That's where they do the greasing. So you want to come on the outside. This is the cap of it. Tell the inspector the cap is securely mounted to the tire. The lug nuts are on tight, okay? And they're not missing. We'll do your rim. Not cracked, bent, or broken, securely mounted to your tire. And then this is your air stem valve. The cap is on tight, okay? If you were to take this valve off and take a tire gauge, an air pressure gauge, on this bus, a 16-passenger bus, the PSI should be 55 in the front. PSI, pounds per square inch, okay? And then the wall of your tire in good condition. There's no cracks or frays, and there's no air bubbles. Same thing on the upper part. On the upper part, you want to do your tread depth, okay? And on the front tire is 432 tread depth. the front tires may not be recapped or regrooved.